Oh, Lisa, please tap the screen on TikTok. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest reality TV gossip. And of course, Jeff Lewis, the Jeff Lewis After Show. Sorry I didn't get to my hair. I was literally half-ass naked 7 minutes ago. So you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Some days I can fix my hair, and some days it looks like my roots are 3 months old. And, just lucky I've got a bra on and I'm not naked for y'all. Anyways, how are you? Oh my God. The after show, everything was so good today. I mean, I know a lot of you listen multiple times. I'm usually never able to do that, but I feel like I could listen to both shows multiple times today. Like, I'm going to be in the car because tonight I'm meeting some girlfriends for dinner. I cannot wait. And so I'll be in the car for at least an hour and a half there and back. Yeah, total. So I feel like I might try. Oh shit. I might try to re-listen to the show. What the hell is that? Anyway, some amazing things going on. I am chatting with for the people that are coming, or whether you're coming to the show or not, the January 20th live event. Sarah from Texas, live from Hollywood. Get your tickets everywhere now. They're on my profile links on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. They're in the Facebook group everywhere. But we're still planning where we're going to have dinner after the event. The hotel link is almost filled up. So make sure if you're trying to get a hotel room at the SLS Beverly Hills with us for the special rate of $319 per night plus tax, make sure you book that now. And also, we got to figure out where we're going to have dinner. I was also just chatting with Chaz Dean, and he will not be in town January 20th. But he says we are more than welcome to come by the LA Salon, take a tour of it. It is beautiful, y'all. If you've never been, it is obviously the place that him and Gage and Jeff were designing all during flipping out those seasons. It's so beautiful. Everyone is so incredibly friendly. There's a salon that we can see all the bungalows they have. And also they have the store that we can buy the candles. Where is my candle? Right there. Here's one of the wind candles. They smell so good, but they also have all these sayings on them. Like, this is wisdom, with all this cute stuff on it. So, oh my God, it smells so good. I love their perfumes. So anyways, we're going to do that probably as soon as they open Saturday, January 20th. So a lot of these details are easiest in the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group. There's an event tab underneath there, and that's kind of where I'm putting all of this information. But as it gets closer, we will definitely have more of a itinerary for those that want to do more than just the 4 to 6 p.m. live event, where the tickets are $50 total, tax and everything. So get your tickets now. And we will be having a giveaway very soon, because some amazing chumpettes donated money for me to buy tickets from it was going to sell out, y'all, but some of y'all really wanted to put money towards the event. And so we've got 6 tickets that will be given out very soon. So stay tuned for that on my lives. It's a side, it's kind of a back, it's just in a clip. My hair's in a clip. Can you even see that? Anyways, I will fix it by the time I go to dinner. Okay, let's get into shout out news. So much to chat about. Oh my goodness. Tuesday is the night, y'all. First of all, Hollywood House Lift is supposed to come out every Wednesday, but we know what Amazon Freebie does. They're giving it to us a day early. So I have yet to watch episode 6, but it is going to be so freaking good. Jeff totally teased it today about the Megan argument, and he was totally defending himself. All the money he spent to get them to kind of, skim down their schedule. That way they could be fully available more for Hollywood House Lift. Salt Lake City. I had no freaking idea how explosive the season finale was going to be. But now, as my friend Kim reminded me on text this morning or last night, now we know why Monica sat next to Andy Cohen at the reunion. It's all making sense now. I loved the show. I thought it was a little dramatic, if you will. That word was quite overused. The thunder, the storms, the lightning. I mean, the editing was a little bit, silly, if you will, but such a good storyline. even better is that I can't believe Monica went Instagram live twice last night. She's blocked me, so I would never be able to see. I wasn't even following her. But after BravoCon, remember Jeff Lewis made a lot of enemies there, but one of them was Monica, who didn't even know who he was because he said basically she's not aspirational, she doesn't have enough money, she didn't have enough of a storyline, and she didn't deserve to be cast on Salt Lake City. And he made that very clear. Well, obviously, she went and blocked him. And then I went to tag her and all the other ladies in a story, a good story, an Instagram story. And I realized she had blocked me also. I'm like, honey, I'm just a fan account. Like, seriously. Yes, the Royal Chumpettes were so busy in the chat last night. By the way, if you're an Instagram survivor, if you're an Instagram survivor, call 1-888. If you're an Instagram subscriber of mine, it's $4.99 a month. You get lots of stuff, but one of them is the Royal Chumpette chat group. And it is so explosive. It was on fire last night. It's really good, but it's also a really good way to get to know people better. There's also a membership on YouTube that you can join for also $4.99. Okay. But the chat group was crazy on fire for sure. There's also a lot of video posts about you on Rumble. What is Rumble? Are those your accounts? Clearly, I don't even know what Rumble is. So no, I do not have an account on Rumble. Oh my God, I'm learning about a new social media, I guess. Okay, so Salt Lake City was so good. But what do we, I mean, am I surprised? No. Remember, if you're an OG Chumpette, you know I've long had my reservations about Monica. I'm like, something's just not right. Like one episode I like her, the next episode I don't. I'm just kind of like, whatever. But it doesn't shock me. Like she is standing by it. Basically, it's like Jeff and on the after show, MJ and Joey and Shane were talking about. It's the same as if one of the chumps within the inner circle betrayed them and had some fake Instagram account, right? Like if, what's that one, Miranda Clam 2.0 or whoever that account is? What if that account was an actual chump within and they started posting like private videos of like parties they were at? Nobody could figure out who it was, saying things about them. That's apparently what this Instagram account was doing, whatever it was called. I never was on Instagram for the last 4 years much. And if I was, it was about like mom accounts. Like I was following like funny, sarcastic mom accounts. So I never knew all this celebrity stuff. So I would be more invested. It would make more sense to me if I knew about this Instagram account that Monica had, somebody say it in the thing. I can't think of what it was called. I did post about it on my Instagram because Salt Lake City showed it. Apparently it's got a 2.0 version. So I guess they probably got shut down at one point. I think they've also taken a lot of stuff down because I don't think it had any Instagram post. So we know at one point, whenever they showed the Salt Lake City image of the Instagram account, it had multiple posts and stuff. So anyways, it's crazy, but she doesn't even deny it. She just says that was her former now. That should be a clue. Best friend. Is it Tanesha, Heather Gay's hairdresser of all people, that started the account, but she was involved in it. She knew exactly what it was. I was sort of shocked to see the DM receipts of Angie K posting and smiling and commenting back on a lot of the things. You go, girl, and all that. All of that stuff has happened to me, y'all. This social media world is wild AF. The fact that I've had people that I've met in person like totally betray me, totally come out and be like crazy pants later. People have been nice to me on the phone. They've been nice to me in DMs. And then I'll get a screenshot that they're freaking the C word in a Facebook group or somewhere else. I mean, it's shocking what people can do. But the fact that Monica was behind this account for 4 years and then she freaking got cast on Salt Lake City and was on girls' trips and dinners and spending private time with them, probably private texts. All of that stuff is really where the betrayal comes in. The fact that they felt like they let someone into their inner circle. And now they have found out the truth. And she's freaking admitted it. Like, it's crazy pants. I think it probably, I mean, I kind of made a joke about it. Like, she probably is behind all the Jeff Lewis fake accounts also. But seriously, I would be shocked at how people seem normal and upstanding, and then they're like crazy ass trolls behind things on Instagram. It's so crazy. So NW Shelley posted a good question. Did casting know the situation? So Andy Cohen is supposed to be on vacation this week. He's mentioned that he's taking his kids to Disney World, but he's been very quiet about that. But he's in Miami at the Miami studio right now. He was supposed to be off all week. It was supposed to be Radio Andy Live archives. He came into the studio today because he wanted to brag about New Year's Eve, which he did, which is fine. But he also wanted to take a lot of calls about Salt Lake City, which was amazing. So one of those questions he got asked is, did production either know about this before they cast her, or did they find out during the casting? He basically says, it all comes out, but I do want you to hear about this on the reunion. So it is going to be a 3-week reunion. I am so busy every freaking Tuesday night. First of all, Salt Lake City reunions, 3 parts. 1,000-Pound Sisters comes on Tuesday. We know, I think there's another 90 Day Fiance that comes out on Tuesdays. Good Lord. And we know that Hollywood House Lift keeps launching his show early on Tuesdays. I am busy. Do not call me on Tuesday nights. I've got things to do. And obviously on Wednesdays, we'll be chatting about it also. Okay, so everyone probably watched it. It's kind of getting tucked away that Heather finally at the very end admits, with no details really, that Jen Shaw is the one that punched her in the face and gave the black eye. When they replayed it, thank goodness for these amazing editors of Salt Lake City, you could totally see the deception. Like, I'm not this professional, those professional police officers that can figure out when someone's lying, like they're fidgeting or they're looking down or their breath is different. Oh my God. Anyone could see that Jen Shaw was so lying. Like, oh my God, no, she doesn't know who punched her. That's what it is. She doesn't know. I mean, she intercepted that conversation so quickly just to make sure that Heather Gay didn't say anything about it. She's been in prison now, I think, since the summer. She's tucked away a couple hours from me in Texas. I'm wondering why Heather Gay didn't feel, well, okay, let me take this back. I don't know when when this season filmed. I don't know what month they went to Bermuda. So whenever that was, maybe it does make sense and coincides with when Jen Shaw went to prison. And now she felt safe, comfortable, confident to tell the facts because, I'd be afraid of Jen Shaw also. I mean, deceptive, like crazy. Anyways, her Instagram lives were so crazy. Thankful that a lot of people recorded them for me. Somebody did ask, what do you think about Jeff Lewis? I don't even think she answered it. She probably didn't even see it, but I would have loved for her to, I don't know. I think it's funny when people shade. So it'd been funny if she'd have been like, who's Jeff Lewis? I don't even know who that is. Like, pulled a Heather McDonald moment. Anyways, my co-host is coming in. Lulu. She jumps up on the handle and pushes it down. There she comes. Hi, Lulu. Come here, sweetie. Okay, 1,000-Pound Sisters, whatever this is, season 5, the newest with Amy and Tammy. I guess it was episode 4, but I don't know. It's weird the way it was half of season 4. Now it's season 5. It's really sad. I mean, she's just bombing emotionally, obviously going through this divorce from Michael. I think she has guilt from they grew up without a mom, without a dad. I mean, they've got a mom, but she seems like a piece of crap. And so she's got guilt that she's breaking up her family. But, I think in real time now we've heard, thanks to my friend, the Sarah Fraser show. I love her. She keeps me up to date on all of it. And I will be on her podcast tomorrow. We're recording tomorrow, the Sarah Fraser show. She's Sarah with an H also. I don't know when it will air, but we'll let you know when that is. I love her so much. But we know that now she goes to the attorney, and Michael had already applied for or filed for divorce. Is that what you call it? So I don't know. My daughter was watching it with me. 1,000-Pound Sisters is about the only show, and a little bit of 90 Day Fiance, like No Neck Ed, that my kids know anything about, only from like TikTok videos. but 3 of my kids at one point, I mean, mom goals, 3 of my 5 kids at one point were all sitting down with me in the living room and watching 1,000-Pound Sisters with me. So we were watching, they knew them from YouTube. So we were watching together, and my kids were like, why is she upset? What does it matter that he filed for divorce? And I said, well, I think what it means is it's almost like a gut punch of like, oh, like you broke up with me first. Like I was thinking about breaking up with you, but you went and broke up with me first legally. So tell me if that makes sense. I think that's how it seems like from, yes. Diane, reality cowgirl. Amy's having a nervous breakdown and it's hard to watch. And that little 2-year-old, I mean, that little Gage is a little turd. I mean, but at some point you don't need to bring your baby who, Glenn is an angel baby compared to this typical 2-year-old, somewhat Gage, but you don't need to bring them to a restaurant. Like of all times, Amy and Tammy needed like an hour to themselves to just chat as sisters, chat as grown-ass women about these issues, maybe have a laugh, maybe have a glass of sake together. I mean, it's hilarious that I wanted to see them eat sushi for the first time because I'm like, what in the hell is the sushi like in rural Kentucky? I mean, I'm not sure that's where I want to eat sushi, but it would have been funny. But instead, her 2-year-old was wreaking havoc on her and her emotions. And she just, got the best of her. And she was like, I'm freaking leaving. Like, I can't even deal with this. And, Tammy has lost hundreds of pounds, but she's still physically limited by her weight and, being on oxygen and stuff. So she isn't able to physically run after Gage or pick up Glenn and deal with all of, infant type stuff to help her as much. So then she's got all those guilty feelings. So anyways, oh my God, wait, the back of a sushi truck, I'm dying. Oh my God. Anyways, that is it. It was so good though. Tuesday, like I said, is going to be the night. I mean, you got to watch it for sure. You love my look today? Storm Doris. Thank you. Be better if my hair was down right. I do like this little shirt though. I did just see this tag when I was putting it on. It's like one of those hard tags and it says remove before washing or wearing. This is the second or third time I've worn this. And I guess I've either washed it with the tag on. I guess it doesn't explode. So I never even knew that there was that tag in there. I don't know what the tag means either. Thank y'all so much on TikTok for liking the live. It just tap the screen. It just gets all the Jeff Lewis and reality people to come on. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Windy City Gal, your makeup looks amazing. Great skin. If y'all knew how little I take care of myself, it's really embarrassing. And obviously with fair skin, freckles, I mean, my skin is a lot to be in the sun. Like it's just crazy. Oh, thank you, Tamara. I love you, Monster Girl. I love the way you say wash. Wash. How do people say wash? Like a washing machine, like wash my hair. Wash. I don't even know. Anyways, okay, let's get into, by the way, if you were not watching the Jeff Lewis videos, they are up. I am finding that I am learning about the app. I don't like that 15-second thing went away. I only see that on the Jeff Lewis video. So I guess if you wait, you would have to listen to that and then fast forward 15 seconds. But I wish it was still on the after show, but I kind of guess I get it. I've said it for months. It's a way of easily going through all of those promos that they do. And now we can't do that. But anyways, I did find a way to, I am finding the Jeff Lewis video. It was up for me last night. The commercial breaks. Jeff actually asked, who was the guest yesterday? Whoever it was, Carrie Lewis, his sister-in-law, Carrie Lewis, Shane and Jameson. He's like, should we do a Jeff Lewis live promo on Monroe getting kidnapped? I mean, the stuff that must go through his brain, like he has got to have people around him that he pays to be honest with him because they were all, and Alyssa chimed in, was like, no, nothing about this. Jameson was so sweet. Jameson was like, well, I just feel like anything specifically to Monroe as a child, we shouldn't touch that. I mean, it could be funny, but it won't go over well. And he meant by Gage, the other dad. And Jeff was like, oh, okay. But if you listen to the promo today, oh my God, I think it was a new one, right? It was cult leader, like Jeff's a cult leader. It was hilarious. Anyways, okay. I love shout out news so much. I feel like I could chat with y'all all the time. You chumpettes are my people. I love y'all so much. So please make sure you're following me. I probably post the most on Instagram stories. So, but everything is under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. I'm on every social media. My podcast is called Jeff Lewis Obsessed. So make sure you're following me because, it's so fun to be with others that you have stuff in common. Okay, today was director, actor, the happiest person she's ever been, Liz Rome and Doug Buden on today. It was so good. They start off talking about this movie that they want a bunch of chumps to be in. All Jeff needs to do is fork over $250,000 and Liz is ready to make this movie, right? Yes, Lady Grace Laura says we're drinking the Jeff Lewis Live Kool-Aid. I mean, gulp, 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 right? Indeed. Anyways, we're talking about this movie, and then Doug starts talking about the musical that I remember him promoting called Shucked. It's about corn. And now, my daughter's going to Rose. I've never wanted to see a musical about corn so bad in my life, but it's closing in New York soon, but it will be touring nationwide. So anyone in the Houston area, let's get together and go see Shucked and see what all the hoopla is about, right? Okay, Jeff does tell us about some drama going on at the Jeff Lewis household with the housekeepers. Lily is the HBIC, the head bitch in charge. Maria is newer than Lily. I think Aurora is the OG. Like she is Zoila's sister. So there's a huge tie-in there, taking care of family. But she also was responsible and helped out Jeff's grandma. And we know Jeff's grandma was very important to him in his life. She passed away a few years ago. He lost his mom at 18 years old, but also before that, his parents had divorced and Jeff lived with Tom. So Jeff has never really given us those details of how much he either went back to his mom, how much time he spent with her, how far apart they lived. Was it LA? Was it Newport, which is an hour? I mean, I don't really have all those details, but suffice to say, his grandmother, if you watched on the last few episodes, the 2 seasons of Flipping Out, was very important to him. So the fact that Aurora took care of his grandma, Jeff has very clearly said, I will never get rid of Aurora. He will also, I feel like, never get rid of Zoila. She is with him until her last days because he is so indebted to her for just helping him as a human, right? But I sort of loved all the drama that Maria's like, look, Lily, if you're in charge of Monroe, then you can do her laundry, you can clean her bedroom. I'm like, girl, like at some point, they're all like, it's a pissing contest, right? They're all trying to figure out like who's making the rules, and it's just cracking me up. Yes, Melanie says, I would love to see Shucked after Doug's endorsement. Yeah, it'd be so fun. Wait, it's not about corn? Shucked, the musical, is not about corn? Doug said it was about corn. Is he lying? I don't know. Wait. Oh, Randy. Hold on. Seeing all y'all's comments on YouTube. Does anyone know of a bootleg Jeff Lewis show anymore? They've all disappeared. That's because they're bootleg. So I don't pay attention to those accounts on YouTube, but there are these accounts that record Jeff Lewis live and then put it up, and then they ask for money on like whatever it is. They got like a PayPal account or something like that for donations, which is understandable, I guess. But they're putting up the whole accounts or the videos for, it's copyright infringement. So I think they get taken down, and then a day or two later they put them back up. So maybe they've taken them down forever. I don't know, but a lot of you DM me about it. And I'm like, it's bootleg information. Like it cost money to listen to Sirius XM. So YouTube, as much as there's a lot of old shows and movies put up, eventually they will take that stuff down, especially if you try to monetize on it. I guess if you don't try to monetize, maybe they won't bother you. But I think that account, they keep taking it down and they'll just create a new one or something. So, but whoever has the time to record that and then post it up an hour long on the YouTube, I don't know, but they're not legit. It has nothing to do with me or Jeff Lewis. So not that I have anything to do with Jeff Lewis officially, although I've got his cell number. And he does text me Black, Leah Black. Anyway, so I don't know where those episodes are or if they're ever going to come back. I don't know. Wait. Okay, Melanie, you've got to DM me what this Shucked is about. I realize this is not the place to get into Shucked. Okay. Now I really want to see the musical. Like, what? What is going on? Yes, Victoria Winter on Instagram says, yes, they will post them again, but they get taken down. Yeah, because it's copyright material. So, anywho. Okay, when do you think it's time? My kids start doing laundry around 12 to 13. And they like doing their own laundry because I have 4 daughters. They've got Lululemon. They've got crap from Shein. They don't want that stuff to shrink. So not that I'm terrible at doing laundry, but when I'm putting a load of laundry in, I'm throwing it all in the dryer. There are very few things that this mama owns that are worth more than $25 for one thing that I'm not going to throw into the dryer because I do not have time to iron. I'm not taking things to the dry cleaner. I mean, all of my workout pants, most of them are not Lululemon. So I don't need to worry about shrinking them. So my kids have done laundry at like 12, 13. I feel like Jeff is I feel like he has the best intentions, like we all do, for having our kids learn life lessons, do things like load the dishwasher, be respectful to the housekeepers, not be like, oh, well, the maid will clean my room. So, I've heard so many kids say things like that to my friends. And so Jeff definitely gives her a lavish lifestyle, but yet he wants her to grow up and be respectful and appreciative of all those good things that he has in life. But at the end of the day, it's just a pain in the ass to ask a kid over and over again, go make your bed, go put the laundry away, go put your dishes in the dishwasher. I mean, so at some point, Jeff probably just lets the housekeepers do it themselves because it's just a pain in the butt. Somebody says, Dolly Girl says 6th grade for my son. Yeah, that's about 12, right? 11, 12, 6th grade, depending on what age you started. Ooh, Lauren, you're fancy. A laundry service that does all your laundry is worth every penny, or a housekeeper that does it. This is true. Because at some point, my time is in happiness is, I mean, I've got the money for all those things to help us. So Jeff realizes he is worth more, designing things, being on the radio, being on Hollywood Housewives than he is at home doing Monroe's laundry. So I'm all for it. If you've got the money and you got to cut corners wherever, spend your money on what you want to spend. I don't feel like, yes, Blues Brothers, structure is important to sanity. I love that. Jeff very much talks about like having things in order and like seeing a messy place. For a lot of people, it doesn't bother them. For my brain, it does. So now having a lot of kids, a dog, a husband, I mean, a big house to take care of. I mean, things can definitely get out of control sometimes, but I definitely feel like being organized, being tidy, knowing that I've gotten rid of things that I don't use anymore keeps all the clutter like at bay. And it definitely, for me, declutters my brain, which is a top priority because I've got a lot of housewives in this brain. I've got a lot of Jeff Lewis chumps. I've got a lot of, oh my God, this part of my brain right here is 90 Day Fiance. I mean, this takes up so much of my brain. It's literally ridiculous. So, and all those shows are starting up again. And I think I was listening to the Sarah Fraser show last night in her podcast, and she was saying that TLC and all them just keep having these shows beyond practically year round because they just make more money for them, right? And it makes sense, but it's like never ending. I can't even watch another show without seeing a preview for another show that started. I mean, Vanderpump Rules is breathing down my neck. Season 11 starts January 30th. I'm like, hold on, Bravo. Like, I don't even have time for you. I've got 3 Tuesdays of Salt Lake City reunions, and then bam, Vanderpump Rules is going to start. Like, I'm dying. Oh, yes, Patty. We already talked in Salt Lake City, but we go back to the beginning. You can see it all. It's there for sure. All this goes up as a replay everywhere except TikTok. TikTok. Yes, Blues Brothers. Clutter rooms equals clutter brain. Not for everyone. Some people it doesn't bother them at all, but it definitely bothers me for sure. What else? Okay, I was trying to understand what he was talking about, but Jeff is definitely loving all the people that he's dating. Like he said really good things about this guy in New York yesterday. He's said he over and over again, he had a great 2 days with chiropractor James in Chicago. He's going on his fourth date this weekend with Harrison, the chef that he met at the Hollywood House season 2 premiere party. I do not remember seeing that guy. I've seen his Instagram post. Don't love it, but that's not my thing. But apparently, Doug had a meeting with chiropractor James, and I think they exchanged numbers. I don't understand what happened. I guess I've had my phone number, and my husband has since the late 90s. I mean, I don't even know how long I've had my cell phone number for, forever. So I've never, whatever he did, whatever they were talking about, chiropractor James put in his real cell phone number, and then chiropractor James says he put in his ex-boyfriend's number into Doug's phone and then texted him. I don't even know what happened. Does anyone understand it? I don't even know what happened. But basically, Doug got this text from a number. He had been texting back and forth with James, which I don't know. Jeff said today on the after show that he's not a fan. And I'm like, oh, he's definitely a fan. Like if you look at who he follows Gage. He follows maybe Scotty. Some people I can't see because they block me, but he follows everybody. So, and he was following me for a short time. I think he's unfollowed me now because he said the noise of a Jeff Lewis fan account was too much, which I absolutely respect. I mean, I was almost taken aback. To me, it would have been one thing if chiropractor James is a Jeff Lewis fan, which he is. That's how he called into the after show and has since had a date with, weekend of dates with Jeff. But when he started following me after that, that made me question a little bit. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like if he had already followed me as a fan account of Jeff Lewis, that made sense to me. But when you start dating Jeff Lewis and he's talking about you on the radio and then you follow a Jeff Lewis fan account, I thought it was weird. But he's since unfollowed me. So, but everything is good. We've chatted. But anyways, my point is Jeff is talking about him. He's talking about Tequila and Red Bull dude, who is an ongoing 5-year thing, on and off, I guess. So he's taking it slow, but I think he's enjoying all of the dating. I think he's enjoying the excitement and the differences between each guy, which is kind of good, right? Oh, okay. That's so interesting, Natalie. Okay, I didn't know this. It's a new feature that iPhone has. If you touch your iPhone with another iPhone, information gets transferred somewhat like airdrop. Okay, so like airdropping phones to each other. How did I know that Gage blocked me? Lisa Crafty Dodger says, because as with literally everyone that's blocked me, Jax Taylor, Lisa Renna, Monica from Salt Lake City, Scott Anderson, Gage, who else has blocked me? I don't even know who's Tom Ariana, Tom Sandoval. I never even followed any of the people that I was blocked by. I go to make stories about people. Y'all see my Instagram stories. They're never mean. I'm not that kind of nasty account. Like I'm not mean spirited. So most of my posts are like promoting something or talking about me watching Vanderpump Rules or meeting Tom. And then I'll go to tag them and it won't come up. And I'm literally so naive. I'm always like, what? So I think Gage blocked me first. And I only knew about it because I was chatting with somebody who's a huge Gage fan. They always hated Jeff Lewis and they were always DMing me, trying to convince me what an asswipe Jeff Lewis is. And I'm like, dude, I mean, I may not love everything he says or does, but you're talking to a Jeff Lewis obsessed fan account. I mean, you're not going to convince me. And he said something about go look at Gage's whatever. This is like last fall, 2022. And they said, go look at his account or something. And I went and looked and it was gone. And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't even know I didn't even know what it meant that he had blocked me because I'm just not in that blocky world. But anyways, crazy. Thank y'all for saying I look great today. Maybe I'll throw my hair in a messy clip every day because I mean, the roots need to be done. This is hair that I washed after the gym last night. So I haven't flat ironed it at all. So it looks all, I mean, this is literally dried hair from the shower last night. Ugh. What did you do for New Year's? Hung out with our family at our house. It was amazing. We had great weather. Watched the fire pit. Had so much fun. We thought we'd play games, and last year we played Texas Hold'em, but we never even got the cards out. We just literally sat and hung out by the fireplace the whole night. Some friends were over. It was all good. Anyways, what else? Doug. I mean, the way I love Doug Buden so freaking much. I also love that he's in New York with the widow. Apparently, no plans for New Year's Eve, and he's watching his roommate's New Year's Eve party on the Ring camera. Like, I'm so here for that. Like, I don't know. Do I think it's very Doug. It's very Doug, right? Yeah, Lisa says I love Doug. Anyways, okay, let's get into the after show. Mercedes Javid, Joey Zalzig, Jeff immediately. So Jeff and Shane come on every day. It's so worth it, but it's also worth it afterwards to listen to. But Jeff talks about having a damp January, talks about the weight he wants to lose. He'd like to be 180, so 10 pounds lighter than he is now. Yes. Delia says MJ spilled the beans on the after show on who the snake is. Jeff Lewis tried to cover it up. I mean, she said, I thought it was your accountant's, but his accountant is a guy. So I'm not sure who his accountants are. I don't know, but I guess it could be somebody that we don't know that he talks about. I know Victoria says, I hate how there's no video of the after show. Maybe one day. Goals. Oh, you know what? Since Jeff told us at the Jeff Lewis Live event, December 21st, I made a reel of this. The after show is moving to channel 102, right behind Jeff Lewis Live. So maybe it will start being recorded one day. I don't know. Like, is that something that Jeff has control over? Is that a Sirius XM thing? Like, I don't know. Was Reality Bites, is that recorded though? I don't know. Yeah, no more after show on 789. Whenever they flip it over, it'll just be archive shows, which is good, right? Anyways, he's 190 pounds, but he really wants to be 185 for like the swimsuit, whatever. So I have not watched episode 6 yet of Hollywood House Lift. I cannot wait to watch it, but I've got mom duties after work, and then I've got a phone call to make that's business related, and then I've got dinner with some girlfriends from high school. Oh my God, that would be amazing. DJ Rockstar Aaron, that I need to do the after show. Nope, it's all good. When is that happening? And will it all be in the same studio? Sherry says, I feel like it's January or February. I don't feel like there's a set date yet. I'm not really sure. Anyways, but Jeff felt the need, which he does, to give us a little more information or like tell his side of the story. So I guess it'll make sense after I watch episode 6. But the whole Megan getting upset with him and him saying you're not available made sense to me. Like, his total explanation of it was saying that he pays out of his own pocket $2,000 a week to Tyler, Andrew Coleman, Shane, and Megan. So they will make their Hollywood House Lift stuff more of a priority, because they still do their other businesses, right? I mean, Megan, Tyler, and Andrew, I don't think Shane. Why is Shane being paid? Like, isn't that double dipping? I mean, good for you, Shane. But as Jeff's executive assistant, isn't he required to be with Jeff 1,000% of the times he's supposed to? So that would make sense. That good for you, Shane, getting more. Dang, the way I want to be Shane. My goodness. It sounds like he's double dipping, right? He's getting paid an extra $2,000. Yeah, he definitely mentioned Shane because I wrote it down. Tyler, Andrew, Shane, and Megan. So he wanted to explain his side of it, of why he was expecting Megan to be there. Jeff, if anything, has very high expectations for his work life, for himself, but everyone around him, right? Because he's not a slacker, like sitting there like, oh, do as I say, not as I do. No, he's picking up dog crap if he needs to pick up dog crap. He's working at 7 in the morning, 11 o'clock at, well, does he work at 11 o'clock at night? But, he is working hard. So I don't think he's expecting other people to not make Hollywood House Lift a priority, right? Oh, I love that. Sierra says Shane deserves everything. Absolutely. Y'all, And after I've now met his mom and dad, they are just so amazing too. His mom's name is Shannon. I can't remember his dad's name, but I mean, she's just gorgeous. And yeah, I think even higher of Shane is if I didn't think I could think any higher of him for sure. Oh, let's go. Says, isn't Jeff's contract ending this year? He might not get renewed. No, but he has said the renegotiation is in October, and he is very much going to use the ratings and all this from the Jeff Lewis Live after show for the renegotiation. So he has definitely said that. Yeah, see, Cecily says I think they should get paid extra for being on the show. I mean, I think they're paid for, wouldn't they be part of the cast? Wouldn't they be paid also from Amazon Freebie? We know that Jeff pays them out of his pocket, sort of like Howard Stern does, where he pays his co-host directly, I think $500 every time they're on. So they're paid for that. Does that mean Shane gets $500 every, $2,500 a week to sit for an hour on Jeff Lewis Live? I mean, Shane, and practically he's never using his car. He's probably never using his gas. For a while he lived with Jeff, although he had this apartment. Go Shane. You go, Shane. They would be paid per episode, Krista says. Yeah, but by Amazon Freebie also, right? Damn. Loving it, loving it. Shane's birthday, I think it's January 6th. It's either the same. No, I think it's one day different than Doug's. Doug's is January 6th. And Shane's birthday, but I think they're all going to go out. And Jeff's going to bring this date Harrison. So that's probably the first time like he's bringing him around other people. But we know he's already taken chiropractor James to, was it Sutton's party he brought him to? Yeah, Sutton Strack's holiday party, I think. Yes. Amy says no one should do free work. Get paid as much as you can. It does seem like Shane would be double paid though, as Jeff Lewis's executive assistant. And is Carney here? Why are y'all saying Carney's name? Hope Carney's party. Oh, Carney's birthday. Carney's holiday party. Yes, it was Carney's, not Sutton Strack's. My son used to work in radio. The pay for producers is not good. No, it's not good at all. But Shane's not a producer on the radio show, right? If he still worked for Sirius, he'd be making shit money. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up really quick. They still talk about OnlyFans, the toenails and the spray tan of it all. I've never dealt with that, but it just seems like another reason that I'm not up for a spray tan, much less the price. Like hell to the no. They also talk MJ and Joey about 2024. Do you make a bucket list or a bucket list? I couldn't understand when Trader season 2. So let me know if y'all know. I did send MJ a note asking her because I couldn't understand if they were saying it's on Netflix. I looked up and thought it was on Peacock January 12th, but there's all these different countries doing Traders. And so maybe I was putting in the wrong Traders season 2. I wasn't really sure what that meant. But MJ and Alyssa's goals this year are to lose weight. Producer Sam's goal is to love himself more. So tell me in comments if you have a bucket list, probably don't say that, or a bucket list, but things you're wanting to get rid of, things you're not willing to accept anymore in 2024, or if you have a bucket list, things that you want to do, things you try to be more of, or resolutions that you're trying to make or break, right? Bextru says she has a bucket list. Anyways, thank you so much for joining live. It is way more fun. Make a plan every weekday, 3 p.m. Eastern. It is so much more fun. I love interacting with y'all's comments. It goes up as a replay instantly everywhere except for TikTok. And then in about 10 minutes, it goes up everywhere you get your podcast at Jeff Lewis Obsessed. The video is on Spotify. That's the only one that offers video, but the audio is up everywhere else. Yes, DJ Rockstar Aaron, I adore you. I need to wear one of your new lipsticks. Maybe I'll wear it out tonight. I'll wear your red. I'm wearing this. Maybe I'll wear your red lipstick tonight. Oh my God. Let's go. I want Reddit shut down as my bucket list. Anyways. Okay. Bye, Chumpettes.